Tonight, you are going to disappear, not die, not rest, disappear. For somewhere between 6 and 9 hours, the version of you that reads, thinks, worries, and makes decisions will simply stop existing, and something else will take over. You have done this every single night of your life, and you have almost no memory of it. Where do you go? The honest answer is that scientists are still arguing about it. But what they have found is stranger than any answer you were expecting. Because sleep is not a pause in your life. It is a second life running parallel to the one you think you're living. Here is what actually happens the moment you fall asleep. Your brain does not power down, it powers up. Within minutes of losing consciousness, your neurons begin firing in coordinated waves. Your body temperature drops, your heart rate slows, and your brain begins doing something it cannot do while you are awake. It starts cleaning itself. This is not a metaphor. Your brain has a waste clearance system called the glymphatic system, discovered by neuroscientist Maiken Nedergaard at the University of Rochester in 2013. During sleep, the cells of your brain actually shrink by up to 60%, opening channels that allow cerebrospinal fluid to flush through and wash out toxic waste products, including amyloid beta, the protein most strongly linked to Alzheimer's disease. Every night, while you are unconscious, your brain is performing its own deep clean. Every morning you wake up, your brain is measurably cleaner than it was when you closed your eyes. If you skip that clean, the waste builds up. One night of poor sleep measurably increases amyloid beta levels in the brain. Chronic sleep deprivation is now considered one of the strongest modifiable risk factors for Alzheimer's. You are not just tired when you don't sleep. You are accumulating damage. But the cleaning is only the beginning. Roughly 90 minutes after you fall asleep, something remarkable happens. Your eyes begin moving rapidly beneath your eyelids. Your body goes almost completely paralyzed, and your brain lights up in a pattern almost indistinguishable from when you are fully awake. This is REM sleep. And this is where you go. During REM, your brain is not resting. It is rehearsing, replaying, and rebuilding. Neuroscientist Matthew Walker at the University of California, Berkeley, has spent decades studying what REM sleep does to the human brain. His findings are difficult to overstate. REM sleep is when your brain takes the emotional charge out of difficult memories. It replays experiences from the day, but strips away the stress response attached to them, allowing you to process pain, fear, and conflict without being re-traumatized by them. REM sleep is, in Walker's words, a form of overnight therapy. This is why you often wake up feeling differently about a problem than you did the night before. The problem did not change. Your brain processed it while you were gone. The expression sleep on it is not folk wisdom, it is neuroscience. And then there are the dreams. Dreams are still the least understood part of sleep. But the leading theory, developed by researcher Antti Revonsuo at the University of Turku, is called the threat simulation theory. It proposes that dreaming evolved as a biological training ground. Your dreaming brain stages rehearsals for dangerous or emotionally significant scenarios so that the waking brain is better prepared to handle them. When you dream about being chased, humiliated, lost, or unprepared, your brain is not torturing you, it is training you. Every nightmare is a simulation. Every strange dream is a rehearsal for something your ancient brain decided you needed to practice. You cycle through this process 4 to 6 times every night. Each cycle lasts roughly 90 minutes. Early in the night, the cycles are weighted toward deep, slow-wave sleep, the cleaning and physical restoration phase. Later cycles shift toward longer and longer stretches of REM, the emotional processing and memory consolidation phase. By the time your alarm goes off, you have lived through a full internal experience that you will barely remember. Your muscles have been repaired. Your immune system has been calibrated. Your emotional memories have been processed. Your brain has been washed. and the events of the previous day have been transferred from short-term storage into long-term memory. Without sleep, none of that happens. You do not just feel worse without sleep. You literally become a different, lesser version of yourself. Your prefrontal cortex, the part of your brain responsible for rational decisions and emotional regulation, begins shutting down after just one night of poor sleep. Your amygdala, the brain's threat detection center, becomes 60% more reactive. You become more impulsive, more anxious, more easily frightened, and less able to think clearly. After 17 hours without sleep, your cognitive performance is equivalent to a blood alcohol level of 0.05. After 24 hours, it matches being legally drunk. You are not simply tired. You are impaired. So where do you go when you sleep? You go somewhere your waking mind cannot follow. You go to the place where your brain does its most essential work, the work it cannot do while you are present and conscious and demanding its attention. You go to the place where your memories are sorted, your emotions are healed, your body is repaired, and your brain is made ready to face another day. Tonight, when the lights go out and your eyes close and the version of you that reads and thinks and worries disappears, something ancient and extraordinary will take over. And when you come back in the morning, you will have no idea what it did for you.
But it will have done everything.